Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's live show with NAKTO. My name is Ryan, and I'm your host for today. And today, instead of introducing our new e-bikes F2, and instead of showing you the details of our e-bike, we directly show you the bike, and we are going to perform to you how to adjust the disc brake of the folding ox, which is in front of me, and we're going to show you how to change the back and the front wheels, and introducing you which step you need to take if you want to change the wheels. And if you have any worries and questions about what we're doing, or if you have any thoughts on your e-bike, if there's something wrong with it, you're free to share in the comment sections, and we will help you, and we will guide you step by step and help you assist with your problems. So let's just don't hesitate. Let's move to the first part of it. The first, we're gonna introduce you how to change the back wheel for folding ox, and later I'm gonna grab the tools. You can see. For the folding ox is very easy to take it on and take it off. For example, this is the back wheel, right? As you guys can see. Now, in order to take off the back wheel, you need to take off the screws on both sides. First, you can see there and there are two screws right here. So first, we're gonna taking out these two things with this screwdrivers right here. And if you have any worry or thoughts about your own e-bike, you're free to share on the comment sections, and we will help you. Now let's zoom in the camera. First, we took out the screws right here. That's how you took off and changed the back wheel for folding ox. You loosen the screw on the back wheels. Any worry or thoughts about your own e-bike, you're free to type on the comment sections, and we can help you with your problems, and we will directly show you how to solve your problems. Now, first screw off, and you can see there's the gasket as well. We took it off, and the other side. As you can see, there's a wire. This wire connected to the controller itself. So in order to take out of the back wheel, always remember to unplug this. You put it off, and you can take off the screws. And took it out. Now, for anyone who just entered the live show, we're gonna introduce you how to change the back and the front wheels for folding ox, and later we're gonna perform to you how to adjust your disc brake. Okay, we have taken out two screws, and we put it aside. The gasket as well. Remember, don't lose this little gasket right here. It is very important to keep your tire steady. Now, this is how to change the back wheel for folding ox. And we have just took it out two screws on both sides. And the later, we're gonna directly pull out this back wheel, as you can see. This is you need to just lift it up. And you pull back this chain, the speed shifter right here, and you lift it up, your wheels. And you let the wire go through the e-bike chains, and you put it out of the wheels. Now this is how you took off the wheels for folding ox. And let's just put it aside. Now, before we're gonna show you how to install the back wheel, if you have any worries or thoughts, please leave on the comment sections, and we can answer your questions one by one. And before we go into next step, I'm gonna mention once that is very important, because you can see this is the bike chains right here. So in order to put back the wheels, you need to let the wires, which connect to the controllers, go through this e-bike chain first, and you put it right back into this little gap, and you put back the screw. That is how you perform the change for the back wheels if you have any interest in it. And you lift it up the wheels and you put it back. First, let the wires go through first, and making sure that the speed cassette is on the chains, and you let it slide back in the gap. Yes, that is how you put back the wheels first. As you can see, we have put back the wheels. Now the only thing left to do is to put back the gasket and the screws. We put this back and we put a screw back. Now, for anyone who has questions about your own e-bike, today we're here to solve every problem you faced. If there's anything you wanted to know, if there's any car you wanted to see, e-bike you wanted to see, you're free to type on the comment sections and we will assist you with your problems. And for the other side as well, you can see we put this back through the wires. Put it back. And the screw. Now this is a very easy thing for you to do it by yourself, and you plugged in the plug. Making sure it's tight, and you screw back the screws. Of course, you need to use the screwdriver to tighten the screw after you screw back in. But today we're going to simply show you the way how to do it in a very normal way. And sometimes you will find the screw is hard to screw back in. That's because maybe the position is not right. You need to readjust it. Okay. Now you screw back in the screws right here, and you tighten it with the screwdrivers. Okay, now that's how you installed and taking off the back wheels for folding ox, which is pretty easy. You took off the screws and gasket on both sides, and you pulled out the wheels while you let this controller wires go through these e-bike chains, and you can lift it up the wheels and change for a new one. Now, the next, we're going to show you how to taking out the front wheel, which is much easier than the back wheel, because for the front wheels, you can see there's not much things on the front wheels except the disc brake. The only thing you need to pay attention to is to taking out the front wheel while putting back the disc right into this brakes, between this gap. And you can see there are also two screws on both sides, which we need to take it off. Also need to take it out. And you pull it out. The screws on this side. You took out the screws. And there's also a gasket right here. You took it out and you put it aside. And there's another one on the other side as well. You took it out. Now we do this live show in order to show everyone how to perform a repairment or adjustment by yourself, because sometimes you don't understand after you watch the repair video. So our live show is set for you to directly show you if you have any worry or questions about your own e-bike. We're here to help. And as you can see right now, we have taken out 2 screws and we're able to lift it up. Front wheel is much easier than the back wheels. You only need to lift it out, and before that you need to take out the screw. But there is one thing you need to pay attention to, is this thing right here. You see that this could go into between this gap. So before you took it out and before you put back in, please making sure that you aim for the right. Something like this. And we have took it out. And for the installations, remember, put this disc right back into this and back. You can see this is very easy. And after you install the front wheel, the next step is to adjust the disc brake right here, because you can see it is it's movable right now. So you need to do some adjustment for the brake so that it can stop your e-bike very efficiently. Now before that, let's just put back the screw and gasket for the floating rocks. Front wheels. Put back screw and the gasket. One by one, you put it back. Now, if there's anything you wanted to know about your own e-bike, if there's some problems with it, you're able to watch it, and we're here to perform to you a repairment guide. The other side as well. And that's how we installed the front wheel for folding ox. Now the next things we're going to show you is how to adjust the disc brake. Yes, this is the right tool. You use this L handle. You adjust the disc brake in a very efficient way. You can see. You find about 3 millimeter to 5 millimeter L handle, and you tighten the screws, and you first loosen up the screw on here, and you can here spin the wheel to making sure that there's no strong friction sound between the disc and the brake. Now you keep spinning until you hear there's no sound while riding, which means that this brake is in a very good conditions. Now, until you find that, and you use the Phillips screwdrivers, you use this L handle, you tighten it. You tighten the screws. And after you tighten, you're always free to keep spinning the wheel and hear if there's a strong friction sound for this. And when you find that, you tighten the screws on the downside as well. Now you hear there's no friction sound. That means your disc brake has been adjusted to a very perfect situations. Now, today we have performed you how to change the back wheels and the front wheels for the floating ox. And if you have any worries or ideas about this e-bike, if there's something else you wanted to know more about, you're free to type on the comment sections, or you are just free to tell us or send us a message about your problems, and we will perform a repair right here to help you guide through the whole process of your e-bike. So today we have just showed how to change the back wheels and the front wheels, and we have performed how to adjust the disc brake, because disc brake is something that is very hard for oneself to do it, because some customers have received our manual and say they don't understand which step they should do if they want to adjust the brake, because this can be very complicated if you're immature about bikes, because for the first time you do it, you probably you don't understand how to making sure that the brake is in a very good conditions. But right here today, we have just show you how to do it and how to making sure that your brake is fine. This whole process is very just made for our customers. And if you have any ideas or thoughts about your own e-bike, you're free to type on the comment sections, and we will do a repairman each week, once a week. And the other time we're gonna introduce you our e-bikes, and we're gonna show you the new e-bikes or something else that is that can attract your interest. And we also do after sales service right here. So if you have any worries or thoughts, even though if your bike has a very slow delivery, or you can check the deliveries, you are also free to type here, and we are here to help you with your e-bike. And we also provide you with a special code if you have any interest on buying one of our series of our e-bike, which you can go to our website www.NAKTO.com, and there are 16 models of our e-bike, and it can definitely have one that meets your demands. So if you have any worry or thoughts about our own e-bike, today we have here is floating ox, and we have performed a back wheel change and a front wheel change. If there's anything you wanted to know about this gorgeous e-bike, you're also free to type on the comment sections, and you're also free to chat with me. And if there's anything else you wanted to know about future promotion sales, you're free to type on the comment section, and maybe we can have a little chat about you. And of course, there's always more information. If you wanted to know about our e-bike, we're here to help you. And we have just performed the back wheel change and the front wheel change for the floating ox. And if there's any else models you wanted to see, you're free to type on the comment sections, and we will do it next time on our live shows. And if there's anything else you wanted to know about our future new e-bikes, which we will also display our new e-bikes in the futures, and just to show you what is the function, what the power it has, and what the price it will be. And if there's anything else you wanted to know about e-bike, you're free to type on the comment sections, and we will answer your problems or questions. And if there's anything else you wanted to know about our own e-bike, please feel free to type on the comment sections, and we can just have a little conversations about e-bikes. And probably if there's anything else you want to, for example, if you want to have a discount before buying e-bike, you also feel free to talk with me, and we can have this discussions about giving you our special code about taking 10% off, extra 10% off of our original price. So if there's anything else you want to know about e-bike, today we have just performed a front wheel and back wheel change and the disc brake adjustment. If there's anything else you wanted to know, you are always be free to type on the comment section, and we're here to help. Now, for example, if some customers have faced another problems, and we will also do live shows based on their problems right here on today's live shows. And if not, we're gonna still perform you how to change the parts, how to repair, adjust the parts on the e-bikes, just to make sure you have the best riding experiences, and just help you if you have any worries or thoughts. And of course, we will do our e-bike display right here on the live shows, and we have just done our F2 and F4, which you can always be free to check it out in our previous live show videos. And there's absolutely have something you are interested in. F2 is our new series, which is on sales right now. You can also get 10% extra 10% off. And F4, which attracts a lot of attention, it's also on the way to coming out. And we are just finishing the final details of F4, and we cannot wait to share with you guys right here today. And if there's anything else you wanted to know about on eBay, you're also free to type on the comment sections, and you're always be free to share with us if there's anything you wanted to know. And if there's no more questions about eBay, and the time is about to go into an end, and today we have just finished change the back wheel and the front wheel. And next time we will see what customer leave us with their questions, and we will do a live show based on their problems. And we will do the same to you. If you have any worry or thoughts, just please type on the comment sections, and we will have a special live show audience just made for you. And if you guys don't have any worries or thoughts, that means so great. We have absolutely feel wonderful about you. And today's live show is going to an end. And if there's no more questions, and if there's something else you want to see, you'll always be free to type on the comment sections, or just send us emails and telling us what should we do on our next live shows. Now, goodbye, everyone. This is the end of today's live shows.